What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 167. And I'm
167.
I'm joined here by the gifted one himself. He is currently the reigning and defending Battle Club Pro franchise champion. He is Yahya. What's going on, brother? Good evening.
I'm doing well, man. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Now a lot better here that we talking. So thank you again for joining us here.
Good, good.
So,
No
but
problem.
definitely.
Anytime.
Perfect. So you heard the name of the podcast. Before we get into the whole convo here, I have to ask you the question I ask everyone that comes on. You heard the name. It's called Respect the Craft. So when you hear that term, though, when you hear the term the craft, what does that mean to you?
That means what we do in and around the ring, Even if we go outside the fans, you know what I'm saying? We respect the craft, what we do, our art. Respect it at all times. We go out there and put our bodies on the line for people's entertainment. So respect the craft. Even if somebody botches, respect the craft because you can't do it. This ain't easy. If it was easy, everybody be a wrestler. But everybody can't be a wrestler. Everybody tries. And you see the ones that are trying and failing. We won't point nobody out. But, if you know, you know.
There you go. So perfect. So now let's get into this. Let's get into the gifted one here. Let's talk about that. Where does the name come from? Where do we get to the Yahya we see today?
The gifted one, that's family right there. That's family always telling me I could do it. That comes from always believing me, always pushing me. Even the times when my dad telling me I'm trash, he's my biggest critic, and I love him for it because I need it. You need somebody in your corner that's gonna really tell you how it is. Yeah, you good. That was good, but there's another level that you need to get to, and it's like, all right, bet. So the gifted one, it really comes from family. Even when I was back playing Little League baseball, it was always about being the best, being the top, and that's kind of evolved into the gifted one. Like before, it was just me trying to be a wrestler out there playing baseball, or out there playing football, doing all the antics after get a nice hit, and it's like, why are you doing all this extra celebration? What are you doing? Who do you think you are? I don't know. I think I'm Shawn Michaels today. Hit the pose on him.
Got you. That works. Again, it has a true embrace there. It shows the not only just it being a character trait, but just who you are in there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
more
me.
of
The
just
gifted one is me 100%. Like,
got you. Oh, that's great to hear. That great. Again, it's showing just the full encompassing of it all. So let's get into that though. Usually, the question everyone likes to ask is, "What is it that got you into the love for the sport?" But I usually like to ask, once you're in there though, what is it that made you decide? Not only are you a fan of it, not only are you entertained by it, but what was it that made you decide, I have to do this? What was it that made you just click? That's like, I want to be a wrestler.
man, it clicked at an early age, honestly. I know that sounds cliche, and it's like, oh, of course, every wrestler is like, oh my gosh, I turned the TV on, I flipped through the channels, and I found wrestling. No, the
Yeah.
truth of the matter is, my father was a huge wrestling fan. He's the kind of wrestling fan that had the VHS tapes of all the WrestleManias. Like, we still have WrestleMania 1 to 13 on VHS. I still have it in my closet. I still have them. Why throw them away? They're so pure.
I should have done that because I had a lot of them recorded and they gone.
I still
Oh,
got them. I kept up with them, man.
got
I need to
you.
buy new VHS, but like wanting to be a wrestler, that came from watching like guys like Shawn Michaels, and then was like, man, that guy's awesome. But then you see a guy like Shelton Benjamin, and you're like, hold up, black dude, and he moving like this with Shawn. Hold up, so this is because you had the Rocks and the D'Lo Browns, but that was like just slightly before like my memory of wrestling really clicked. You know what I'm saying? Like just slightly before. Like I remember them, but like it wasn't like connected to me. It was more so, oh, that's what my brother like. So I'm
Got
gonna
you.
cheer with him. Oh, that's what my sister like. I'm gonna cheer with them. Oh, that's who everybody like. Okay, it was one of them things. But like when I actually started to watch wrestling and understand wrestling, my favorites became like Sean and Shelton because they were similar, even though Shelton's a little bit bigger, but they were similar in style and athletic and showing a little bit of strength. Sean would show strength every now and again, not as much as Shelton would, but the way they meshed together, I was like, yo, this is possible for someone that's like me. Like,
gotcha.
You can get there and be a Intercontinental champ and do all these things. Like,
Yeah.
It felt good watching Shelton. That's what made me want to become a wrestler. I was like, okay, it's possible. Now I got to find a school. It took me some years, but I found one. Shout out George South.
There you go. No, we definitely going to touch on that. That's something I want to talk about in a little bit. But so once you're there, once you're like, that's it, I got to do this. For you, what was that moment once you're in it that made you say, you know what, I made the right choice? Because I feel like it's one of those, like you said, a lot of people want to be a wrestler. A lot of people try, but it's the difference of trying to be and actually deciding, you know what, this is for me. I made that right choice.
Right. For me, it was literally off my first bump. Because when I took my first bump in training, I was like, yeah, this is it. Because I played football in high school, and like I had the chance to go to college and play football, but it was like it wasn't in my heart to do. And in my head, I sat and talked to myself, and I was like, if I go to college for football, all I'm gonna do is be miserable because I'd rather be doing something else, and I'm gonna waste people's money, and then I'm gonna flunk out and just fail completely, and then be further back in the road to become a wrestler than I am, you know what I'm saying, starting out fresh. So I was just like, I need to go do it. So when I finally get there, and I was 18 and showed up with my mom, and I didn't want to watch the first class. Well, my mom was like, you should watch and see what you get yourself into. Me, I had watched DVDs, VHSs. I knew
like, I already knew
what I was getting into. I was like, throw me in there. Let me go ahead and bow real quick. Let's go ahead and get it up. But I had to watch that first week, and I was like, yep, this is what I want to do watching. And then I'm like, took that first bump, and George is like, hey, don't think, just do it. And I was like, all right, cool. Bow. We're going to get up, though. That sucked, but we're going to get up and keep doing it. That first bump will wake you up every time.
Yeah, that's the one thing. My first ever bump, I was like, "Ooh, okay, yeah, this is something."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that momentum. It's like, all right, we good. I'm gonna feel that in the morning, but we good.
Right. The next day, I was so sore. Oh, I was so sore because when I first got to George South, training with him was Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. And so I get in there, I take like 5 good bumps. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling it. And then George is like, oh, take 5 more in the middle because you bump by the ropes first, and then you bump in the middle. I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, all right, Cedric, come here. Standing suplex. I was like, wait. You gonna suplex me? Oh, Cedric comes in like a little baby, just suplex me. Boom. All right, good job. All right, Cedric, snap suplex. I'm like, I read about this. He's trying to make me quit, but I ain't gonna quit. Boom, suplex. And then he's like, Caprice, come here. Butterfly suplex. I was like, I don't even know where to post for that. Oh, hook me. And Caprice is like, I got you. Ugh. Boom. I'm like, good. He's already stepped to the side. I get to the side. I'm like, goodness. Whew. Yeah, I want to wrestle. For sure. Yep. My back hurts already, but I want to wrestle.
Oh man, there you go. But no, that definitely is one of those moments. It's that make or break. Like this is what's gonna be. It doesn't get easier. Yeah. So that's awesome to hear. And here we go. We got another member of Job It To Yourself in the building. We got paid in full. Anthony Gamble saying the gift that keep on giving. There you go.
My boy. That's my boy right there. That's the one.
We're gonna be talking about him. We gotta talk about all that in a little bit. But now that we're here, let's touch on that. Let's touch on, for you, what does it mean to not only get trained under him, but just the being that, having the tutelage of the legendary George South from there.
Yeah, that means a lot because for a guy like George that knows more about this business, like he's forgotten more about this business, as they say, than I will ever know. And people might think he's a crazy old man, but I'm like, no, if you actually listen to him and you really sit there and be like, and try to, because George has a certain vernacular in which he speaks. He has a certain way he talks. So it's like, you got to really be like, hold on. Okay, that's what you're saying. All right, all right. Once you learn how to speak George, you pretty much in there. Okay, buddy, listen. Okay, tackle drop down. Okay, you hear me? Like once you get it, once you get in there, you you realize how much like wrestling George will teach you more than like sitting in one of his classes. Like if you wrestle George, like I've wrestled George a couple times, and being in there, it's like eye opening. Like you'll be like, oh, it's like light bulb after light bulb after light bulb. Just you're like, oh, that's what you're talking about in training. When okay, I should be okay. Like it's like taking an exam wrestling George. You're like, okay, all right, here we go. Okay, that's what. All right, it's so much fun. Like learning from George is one of the biggest blessings in my wrestling career.
Gotcha. Oh, definitely. It sounds like it just every time I've talked to someone that's gone in the ring with him, it just sounds like it's truly that's the experience right there. That's getting that moment of like, here we go. You're learning more than you could have ever imagined just stepping into the ring with him.
For real.
So that's awesome. No, I'm definitely gonna pick his brain when I meet him in September. So that's gonna be an
You definitely
experience right there.
should.
Yeah. So as
Just
something
buy
else.
something from his gimmick table. He'll talk to you longer.
Yeah. There you go. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll do the exchange there. But
For a t-shirt, he'll talk to you all night. Let me tell you.
hey, it works. It's something right there. So now let's get into this. Let's get into something where I want to talk a little bit about because I said it in the description. Let's talk about how big and important that championship is for you. But I feel like if people haven't kept up, if they weren't looking at the history, they wouldn't know what truly this championship means to you because it truly is almost the perfect ending to your comeback story.
Yeah.
If you don't mind just talking about it here, of just I feel like it was almost like anything that could happen bad just kept going back to back to back for you. Unfortunately.
It was a string, it was a domino effect. Like
Yeah.
it just was like one thing after another. And it was just like, dang, I had to step away from wrestling for a couple months. Like not even like announcing it like, oh, nobody booked me or nothing. I was just like wasn't reaching out to anybody. I was just trying to get things in order with my health and everything. And so once I got all that taken care of, and I was only doing like Battle Club shows because they run, like every 3 months or so.
Yeah.
So it was easier to just pop in and do that and still deal with my health and try to get right and mentally right. And Joe Kim has been a cool dude about it, just like being a brother in a sense, and it's like, oh, that's cool. But, that's how it started.
Yeah.
Everything was cool how it started. But then lately, he's lost his mind. It's like, lately, I'm not his guy.
I was gonna get into that, but before we get into that, because I know there's a lot to break down there. I do want to talk about this because again, unfortunately, those just that domino effect happened. Before you getting into that, your mentality was the comeback always a thing? Was wrestling like no? There's no way it's a if. It's just when I come back.
Yeah, it was most definitely a win. 1,000% a win. Okay. It was definitely win. It was never like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna make a Facebook post. I retire. No, I don't plan to retire for a long time, unless my body says otherwise. God willing, Like,
gotcha.
But getting this championship back after having eye surgery, after having the infection and going through illnesses and coming back healthy and then getting a shot at this and actually winning it, finally cashing my opportunity for it, even though, Steve Pena kind of was scared and just, a win's a win if you ask me. On the Battle Club
it was a tough opponent there. You had Big Cuzzo in there. Y'all fought earlier this year. So it was a great match, getting to see it in person. So, hey, you add on to that prestigious list. You go down Anthony Bowen's in there, Mick Drake in there. Like you mentioned, Steve Pena, and now you are current reigning franchise champion. So, and again, it's that perfect storybook ending to the comeback, and it keeps going though. This isn't the end. This is only now a beginning of a new chapter here.
We just keep writing. We're just gonna keep on writing.
There you go.
We got more chapters.
Definitely. So now let's get into that, because with that chapter being said, we go your debut at Battle Club. I want to say was trial by combat in a tag match. I want to say,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
2019.
Yeah. So trial by combat, we go into there, and now years later, you're holding that championship. You're one of the mainstays at Battle Club Pro. Member jobber to yourself, and then the last event we see you defend that championship against Mysterious Q. Great matchup. It was a great event. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out New Jobber City, Jobber Slam 3 on Title Match Wrestling Network. But you will also see, I guess, a little bit of miscommunication between you and Joe. Like, what was that about? Like,
Listen,
you just talked highly of him a few minutes ago, but at the event, it doesn't look like you guys are on the same page.
Listen, I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm still the same guy. He's the one that's changed. You know, ain't nothing changed about me. I've been the exact same person since the day I walked through Battle Club. He's the one that's sticking a nose in my business. Now all of a sudden, Black can't be my referee. What is this? He's a referee who referees championship matches.
Can you blame Joe for wanting to have an impartial? Because Mr. Black, again, respect to him. I've had him on the show. We love Mr. Black here, but he has been very selective with how he counts when a member of Jobber to yourself is in the ring.
Listen, I've never seen evidence of this. Okay,
I'm just saying it's also available on Title Match Wrestling Network, so I think the evidence is there.
Listen, it's not clear cut evidence, you know.
It is edited. You have a point. It is edited. It might be. Title Match might have a vendetta against you. Who knows?
It's a conspiracy of some kind. They're trying to tear down Jobber to yourself.
You know what?
It won't happen.
You know what? I didn't see it like that. You know what? You got a point.
You got to see it from the eyes of the gifted one. Let me enlighten you. Open your third eye.
I got you. See, I try to be unbiased here. Unlike
I appreciate it.
I try to be civil. Try to be unbiased. Though I was told the other day by another member of Battle Club Pro, Gino has some issues with you for some reason, and he was trying to start issues between me and you. He was saying I was saying certain things. Meanwhile, I've been unbiased. I've been neutral to everyone.
Listen, anything that comes out of that man's mouth is pure hot garbage, like warm garbage that they left out for 2 weeks because the trash wasn't running for whatever reason. It's been sitting in the hot sun. That's what comes out his mouth. Hot garbage. I hear everything he says, but I don't acknowledge it. You know why? Because there's levels to this game. And Gino, you just not on that. You know? It's like Geno Smith talking junk to Patrick Mahomes. Like, what are you doing? Relax. You're good, but relax. You're not on the level. You're not elite. You're not gifted. You don't deserve to talk to me any old kind of way.
See, Gino.
I don't hear him. That's the crazy thing.
See, Gino tried to start problems. He was trying to manipulate what I was saying. Because I was trying to show you respect as a champion, and he started just rambling on and on. Tried to get my fellow podcaster, other knuckleheads, to turn against me with this. It was, see, Gino, you start problems here. We try to stay neutral. We try to stay civil and respectful toward a champion like this and the gifted one.
Thank you. Over 200 days as champion. I get no respect. I beat Calvin Tankman. I beat Mysterious Q. I beat Tyree. Like, how many people do I have to beat to get respect as a champion? They always say, oh, y'all does this to win. It's always something with y'all when he wins. But how come if there's always something when I win, they have ample time during the match to beat me, but they can't? I had the same amount of time to beat you that you had to beat me, but you couldn't get it done. So go home, look in the mirror, and rework your game plan, because the gifted one always has a game plan. That's what people fail to realize. I always have a plan. I'm ready at every stop. I'm an overthinker, and I use it to the best of my abilities. Don't get it twisted. I'm not an idiot. I'm very, very smart.
Yeah, and there's a reason he's holding that over his shoulder, but look at that. Looks like we got El Unico in the chat here. Chris Barton giving you the eyes there. Man, you
Chris Barton is another bum. Now I know he ain't. Listen, I seen him put his hands on my boy Gamble, and it's like he didn't learn when we got into it. That we are wrestling, I beat his ass in a street fight. Like he didn't learn. What he think Gamble gonna do to him? What is Barton? Just do what's best for your career and leave Jabba to yourself alone. Whatever problems you have with Gamble, you better let it go. And that's the last warning I'm giving you. The last warning. Because there's gonna be problems if not. That's all I'm gonna say about Barton. Let's move on. That's all I'm gonna say about him.
I'm gonna go to this comment here. We got fellow knucklehead in the chat. Lay, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in here. But let's keep it going here. Let's go into a more positive comment here. Let's go into this conversation. You mentioned him earlier. Let's talk about Jabba to yourself. Let's start talking about this. Let's talk about the growing relationship here in Jabba to yourself. We got some of the members there. We got some missing, but we got to get more pictures done. That's all it is.
We gotta get a good family picture now.
It's coming eventually, but let's talk about that for you. What it means to be part of Jabba to yourself, getting the rep, and again holding that prestigious championship there for just over 200-day reign. So let's talk about that.
Listen, Jabba to yourself is like a plan finally coming together. You know, in 2019 when I first came to Battle Club, I said a New York takeover was coming. And people just laughed at me. They thought I was joking. Good. Think that. Think we a joke and see what happens. You know, there's a combination of a plan, bringing in somebody like Rayhan Antez, bringing in Movie Mike to direct everything, bringing in Zuka to really. And now we got the hitter, Gamble. It's scary hours, as they say. It's scary hours for Battle Club because who's really going to stop us in Battle Club? Prolific? Every time they come against us, they lose a member. Where was Tyree? Gone. Lala, stretch it out. Who's next? Wolf? Marquis? Big Baby? Ooh. Like, it'd be wise for their careers, like I told Barton, to walk away and leave JTP South alone. It's just best for everyone. Let us do what we do if you can't stop us. Now, if you feel like you got the arsenal, which we know no one does, if you feel like you got the arsenal, step up or step aside and cower in fear. That's all you really can do. Because we come to take over Battle Club. It ain't just start and stop with the Battle Club Franchise Championship. There's tag team championships. There's the 5 Points Championship. There's the Fallout Championship. There's the Icons Championship. Unless old Cosmic wants to join JTP South, you know, we'll get a T-shirt and everything. Joe, sorry, I might take one of your daughters and make her join the crew. That's just what it's going to be, Joe. And you got to deal with that.
Well, then. And again, that could possibly happen. You never know what might be happening soon. But let's get into this. I like to do this a lot also. I'm going to show you some pictures. I want to see your thoughts when I show you certain images here. So we're gonna start with this one right here.
What we got?
We're gonna start with this picture right here. What it means to you.
Oh wow!
Sharing that square circle with a true legend of the business here in Dan Moff.
I need that picture, by the way.
I got you. I'll send you.
I need that picture, man.
After the episode, I'll send it to you.
But that was, man, that was shocking. That was like, word. I got your respect. You like that was one of them. Okay, I'm doing the right thing moments. That's one of them where guys send you a message like, you on the right path, just keep on going. I know it's a tough road being an independent wrestler, but you on the right path because you're getting the respect. Because to me in wrestling, it's not really about the money. Yes, you want to make money to feed your family and live a good life and all that. Yes. But at the end of the day, the main currency in wrestling is respect. If you ain't got respect, you ain't got nothing. Respect the craft. If you ain't got respect, what you got? You got nothing in this business. You need people to respect you. And that's why you see over the years so many wrestlers, respect me, show me some respect, because they know that respect is golden. It's diamond. It's platinum. It's all that. If you ain't got respect, man, don't nobody want to work with you. Don't nobody respect you. Don't nobody. They're gonna do whatever they want to you out the ring. Me, I'm a professional, but there's some people out there that's not, and they're not gonna respect you, and so they're gonna hit you a little harder. They're gonna hold you in the move a little longer. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Accidental on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, not me. You know, respect. That's all that matters in this business. Respect.
Got you. So from that one, we'll go to this one right here. Your thoughts on this greatness right here, right there.
Ooh, man. Hey, that one was really like a proud moment for me to see not only me having gold, but people I love and respect in this business have gold, and we can all take that picture, because you see over the years, like the generation like right before us, and you see like, oh, they're doing pictures like that in the locker room, and you just kind of watching off to the side because you're just training. You're like, dang, one day I'm gonna take one of them pictures, and like people might be like, oh, it's just on the indies. Man, everything in this sport means something to me. I don't know about y'all, but everything in this sport means something to me. Everything, because if it don't mean nothing to you, then leave, retire. It's that simple. If it don't mean nothing to you, retire, walk away. No one's forcing you to wrestle. If you don't respect it and you don't like it, bye. There's kids right now training that want to be a wrestler, that really love this. Bye. So it's like to see that I'm at that point in my career where I'm with my homies and we taking championship pictures. I'm like, this is life right here. This is life. I love it. These are my boys. Let's ride with this.
Perfect. Would that be one of those, like we talked about earlier? Is that one of those moments where you're like, you know what, this was the right choice?
Oh yeah, most definitely, 100%. Yeah.
So from that, we're gonna go to a more solo picture here. We're gonna talk about what does this picture for you mean right here. But again, that championship that you're holding for over 200 some days right here.
You see, if you look closely at the look in my eyes,
yeah,
that look says it all. That look is, I got it now.
Yeah.
Y'all in trouble. That's what that look says. It says you in trouble. Now that I got this, you in trouble. You in trouble. Because in order for you to take this from me, you're going to have to stomp me out. You're going to have to beat me. You're going to have to hurt me. You're going to have to really take me out. Because as you can see, Calvin Tankman couldn't do it. Mysterious Q couldn't do it. Tyree couldn't do it. And there's a whole list of people that couldn't do it. Even before I was champion, MV Young couldn't do it. In Battle Club Pro, I'm undefeated in one-on-one matches. That's what people fail to realize. One-on-one, never been pinned. Never been tapped out, submitted, counted out, nothing. I win one-on-one. So you're going to have to beat those odds if you're going to take this from me.
Well, then again,
can you do it? I don't think so.
Anyone listening, you might want to step up to be able to see, can you handle the gifted one? But there's going to be one more I'm going to show you here. And I feel like you might not like this image, but again, I just want to hear your thoughts when I show you this right here. So again, don't shoot the messenger. This is just me getting your thoughts on this image when I show you this picture right here. We got to get into it. We got to get into just Jobber South versus Prolific. What I thought was going to finally end at Jobber Slam 3, and I feel like we've only just begun now. Because I don't think we had a clear-cut answer after Jobber Slam 3.
How many members are left? They've been stretched out. They've been carted out. Like, they're running out of members, aren't they? They're going to put Dre in the ring next? Big Baby going to wrestle? Black will smack the taste out of his mouth. This is Prolific. Listen, I know y'all are probably tuning in because I'm the gifted one and I must see and you want to see me. If y'all want a war, if y'all want to fight, we can do that any place, anytime, anywhere, no matter the show. I'll let y'all heal up. y'all seem like y'all need time to heal up. You know, Lala just got stretched out at Jobber Slam. So, well, how much time they need? That's what I want to know. How about they give me a time and a place? I'll let them choose the time and the place, because clearly they're the ones that need to recover, because we're at full strength right now. We can go tomorrow. We got a show tomorrow. We can all be there, easy, straight like that. They can't. We know that for a fact. How Lala Shoulders doing? You know what I'm saying? How Marquis doing? How Wolf doing? We don't know, but we know we healthy. They're not ready for war. They're ready for a battle, but they're not ready for war, because they're tough. I'll give them that. I respect them. They're tough. Yeah, hell yeah, they're tough. But sometimes being tough ain't enough. I'll be smart. There's a man with a plan, with a monster on my side, with a hitter on my side, with a king, with a filmmaker. Like, with all this, you just think Prolific is just gonna roll over us and beat us? Oh my gosh. I'll be happy when Prolific is done, and I'll be happy to be the ones to do that. I will save wrestling from Prolific. That's what we're gonna do.
Like I said, I'm gonna stay neutral here. I'm gonna stay neutral, just because I know Auntie will be watching this later, because I see she's on a podcast right now, so I know she'll give her response to you later on. But yeah, again, I hope this comes to a finale eventually, because I feel like everyone, especially at Battle Club, wants to see the conclusion here. How this will be, I don't know. It looks like Mr. Black is getting involved. We see Big Baby getting involved. I don't know if maybe a cage needs to be brought in. Some type of war games needs to happen, just to get you guys all in one area.
Listen, they build it, we will show up. That we ready for war. I meant that. Whenever they are up and ready to go, when Lala's not spending the night in the hospital, when she's ready to go, and whoever else in Prolific, because they gotta get new members. They dropping like flies out here.
Well, now that you mentioned that as well, maybe not even members. Maybe they just need to make some alliances, because I know Java Tier South runs a little more deep than, unfortunately, they do. Because after Jobber Slam 3, I think you might have a target on one All Father Darius Carter after him kicking Mr. Black, which some say was unprovoked. But again, it might have been edited. I'm not sure. I didn't see the angle. It happened like that. So
see, here's the thing, Darius. I thought Darius was smarter than that. I honestly thought he was smarter than that. I really did. I gave him a lot of credit. Like, I've been in the ring with Darius. He's a smart guy. You really got to outthink the outthinker when you're in there with Darius. And it's just like, for you to put your hands on Black at the same show I'm at, well, you got some cojones on you, or you really stupid. It's one or the other. Because I'm like, the audacity to put your hands on Black? Things like this don't go unresolved, okay? I'll just say that. Darius doesn't know when. Joe doesn't know when. But I do. Sooner rather than later, Darius Carter's going to look me in the eyes, and I'm going to smack him right in the mouth. Because doing that to Black is like a spit in my face. And you don't spit in the gifted one's face. You don't spit in Rayhan's face. You don't spit in Movie Mike's face. You don't spit in Zuka's face. You don't spit in Gamble's face. And that's what Darius did. So when we're done with Prolific, Darius, you should already be doing this, keeping your head on a swivel. Because, honestly, you know the truth, Darius. We don't fight fair around here. I'll catch you walking in the building for Black. I'll catch you leaving the building for Black. I'll catch you mid-match for Black.
there you have it.
You put your hands on a man that has literally coached and helped us all. and you think you just go away. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm tough. All right. The last people that put their hands on Black, they started losing members quick. All right. So Darius, be smart. Go. You should do an apology video. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want an apology video from Darius Carter. That is the only thing that's gonna keep me from putting hands on him. I want an apology from him to Black and the Jabba South. That's what I want.
You know what?
Yep.
We're gonna make sure we clip this. We're gonna make sure Darius hears this part right here, so we can get the response from Darius and get that much needed apology for Jabba South and Mr. Black. Which again, well wishes to Mr. Black, also former guest of the podcast here. I'm starting to notice. I think we're down to missing 2 members of Jabba South. We need to get on here. We got to get the big man Rayhan, and we got to get paid in full Anthony Gamble. So we're almost there. We're almost there to having all members of Jabba South so far on here. So little by little, we're getting everyone to respect the craft. But here we go. We got Matt also in the chat saying, what's going on, Matt? What's going on? Here we go. So now let's talk about this. We talked about past opponents, possible matches in the future, but let's talk about this. Who's on your radar? If you could choose someone to step in there next, be it for the title, maybe be it for their title. They're holding some gold. Who's on the list of the gifted one?
Listen, there's a lot of people on the list. But I got to start with one man that we still have unfinished business. And that's O'Shea Edwards. O'Shea, we got unfinished business. You know, I beat you, then you and John Davis beat me and Rayhan. I got a championship now. This should be incentive for you. Don't you want to be a champion, O'Shea? Anytime, O'Shea. Anytime. He's at the top of the list. Because our first one-on-one, he caught me with a rib shot and took me out early on. And I couldn't go how I wanted to go, but I still prevailed. Now I'm back full strength, O'Shea. Round 3. What's up? I'm ready. After him, it's got to be Steve Pena, or as I call him, the biggest idiot in the world. Well, he don't make that face. He's the one that relinquished this beautiful championship. He's the one. And I seen her value. He didn't see it, but I've seen it. And now look at us. A happy couple together.
Go over 250 days as well. So look at that. The reign keeps going. Wait, so if that being said, if you and Pena do square off, would it be title for title? Because he still does have that 5 points title on him.
Listen, he don't want to do that. Steve, you don't want to do that. Go ahead and tell the people you don't want to do that. Because, Steve, I already took Gamble from you. What more do you want to lose? What more do you want to lose, Steve? You want to lose that championship too? To the guy you just gave up this championship? He don't want to do that. I'll tell you why. Because he fears me. He's scared. There's a reason he relinquished this. Knowing I had an opportunity for this championship. As simple as that. He's a little punk. He won't do it. I wish he would. I'd love to be a double champ. And unlike him, I'm not relinquishing neither one. Come fight me and beat me for it.
Again, the record shows you, like you said, you're still undefeated in singles. So imagine with 2 straps under you right there. You never know. Then
I really run Battle Club.
Here we go. We got Mr. Black in the chat saying the champ is here. There you go.
Yes, he is, Black. That's the number 1 referee.
There you go.
The number 1 coach. The number 1. Mr. Black.
There you go. Much respect to Mr. Black. Like I said, another former guest of the podcast. Great combo there. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check that out in the archive as well. But let's talk about this one, because this is a name when you guys are both younger in your careers as well, you guys got to face off. But now I feel like it would be something to see just that evolution of you both. How about you and Colby Carino?
Oh man, yeah, that would be good. Yeah, yeah, man. Last time I faced Kobe Carino was 2018. Yeah, 2018. That sounds about right. Oh, yeah, yeah, that'd be really good. I mean, I'll beat his ass, but it'd be really good.
Hey, I got to throw the names out there because when I see, especially with the group you hang around with, especially from that area, the names just, I've seen you wrestled another guy I would throw out there as well in TIM that I feel like, again, the magic you guys can make in there. So,
Listen, we faced off at Elevation not too long ago. That was a good match. Tim is still tough as ever. Doesn't mean he can take my championship, but I'll throw out a name. How about good old JTG? Yeah, there's another guy. Can't take this from me. Let's just make a list, and I'll tell you who can't take it. It's all of them. Whoever you put down, and I don't care who you put down. That's just how confident I am in my abilities. Most people be up here and be all, oh man, that'll be good. Not I. Not I. The gifted one. You think I'm quiet about it? No. What's the fun in that? I'm here to kick ass and tell people that I'm the gifted one. That's all I'm here to do. And winning championships, man, that's the biggest plus of them all. Come on, don't she look beautiful?
She does. That's a great championship right there. And here we go. We got the good buddy Toe in the chat for the Knucklehead Network saying, yo, what's going on, Toe? I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but I'm gonna just say a little birdie told me again, he might have tried to start some trouble between us. He was trying to say I said some things. So again, I didn't say it. I'm just saying a little birdie might have told me something like that happened.
Lord have mercy.
Again, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus though. But we're gonna go into this then, because I feel like, again, you're showing how much your ability speaks for itself. But there was a name you mentioned earlier, and again, right now he might be under contract, might be a little hard to make it happen. But if it could happen, if the powers that be could make it happen, would a match with Shelton Benjamin be on that top of the list?
That's ultimate dream list. If I could wrestle Shelton Benjamin 1-on-1, man, talk about it wouldn't even be me wrestling; it'd be my little kid self wrestling. That's what that would be. I mean, he can't take the championship from me neither. But I respect him. I got all the respect in the world. But being a fan of someone that puts a disadvantage to him in the ring with me, because I've studied you for years. There's little to nothing you could do that would have me like, oh snap, I wasn't prepared for that. I've seen every iteration of Shelton Benjamin. Even when he left WB and went to New Japan, seen it. ROH stuff, seen it. Like, I watch independent. Shelton, you my guy. So I'm going to watch because you my guy. I can always learn something from Shelton. I met him a couple of times. He's a cool dude, man. And it's like, to go one-on-one with Shelton, that'll be... Thank you, God. Like 1, 2, 3, no matter what. Thank you, God. I mean,
he still ain't taking the title though. That's the
he's concept. Not. I mean, but that's a given,
Of course. Look, even Gamble says it. Throw some respect on the gifted one. There you go.
That's why he's in JTP. He got respect, and when you got respect for the gifted one, I can only do but have respect for you as well.
There you go. See,
that's why our group is built on respect. We respect one another. You don't hear me barking out orders to them like they stupid. They know what they doing. They grown ass men.
Gotcha.
They know exactly what they do.
See, again, I'm starting to notice little by little, it's just being some misunderstandings are happening. Because that's not how, again, a guy like Gino's making it sound. Joaquim's not making it sound that way. It's like, I don't know. Now I'm starting to understand a little more. Maybe that's what it is. The third eye need to be open here. This is what happens when you speak to the gifted one.
Hold on, just right there. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. See, this is what we need. We need to have this conversation. This is what happens. We finally got on here. So one more name though, because I feel like now that would truly be the true test then as a champion to show that you really could be anyone thrown out there. The Yahya today facing this man right here one more time. Because he's still
George,
he's still doing it. He's gonna face Darius Carter this September. So
yeah, he is. That's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see that one. And Darius better not do nothing too crazy to my trainer, because then I'm really gonna have to put hands on him. All right, you can beat him 1, 2, 3, cool, but you start cheating and doing my trainer wrong, I'm gonna have to step in. That's just what it's gonna be. Darius, I already owe you one. Actually, I've been owed Darius one, but I let him live because I had better things to do. But somehow Darius just keeps poking the bear. Like he Dylan Brooks. But I'm LeBron James, so don't poke the bear. Don't do that. That ain't good for your health. It's just not. Like I don't get it. Like, but if me and George go one-on-one again for the championship, it's going to be a damn good match. It's going to be a barn burner, as they say. An instant classic. But at the end of the day, they will say, and still, Battle Club Pro franchise champion, the gifted one. Yeah. That's just, it don't matter who you throw in the ring with me. Somehow, some way, I'm going to figure out how to retain my championship. By any means necessary.
Understood. There you go.
Now, if you don't agree with what those means are, that sounds like a you problem, because I'm cool with it.
There you go. Again, like I said, it might just be the way title match wrestling edits it that just it looks a little nefarious, if you will. But again, that's just how they're editing. I think they're tampering with the footage.
I'm gonna get my own cameraman out there. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what needs
to record the truth.
That's what needs to happen. We need the Jobber South angle, so that way everything comes clear and collected.
That's what we need.
There you go. Coming soon for the next match. But again, this is why he says it. Just join that gifted movement right there. So
join it.
There you go.
Join it. And you too may one day be a champion. Not this champion, but a champion in life, period. You don't have to have a championship to be a champion. Go.
We got the Inner City King in the chat as well. Jorge Santi saying, yeah.
Is your head okay? I'm just asking because last time I threw you up, his head on the ceiling. You know, I'm still worried about him. Sometimes I'll be like, he's still concussed. I think somebody check on him.
Well, shout out to the Inner City King there. But
shout out, that's my guy though.
But there you go. We talked about that. POTUS, we talked about that reign. But like he said, if you want to step up, it's proven to be though. This man stays undefeated when that title's on the line. So there you go. But Yahya, thank you so much again for oh, look at that. Jorge saying cold-blooded there. It was a cold-blooded comment. He definitely it was a cold-blooded comment. But hey, can you blame the guy?
I couldn't help myself.
Can you blame the guy? Because this is what he does. This is why he's holding that title for, as of today, still over 250 days. And it keeps going. It keeps going. But guys, if you haven't already, make sure as well to go follow this man on all of his social media there. Follow him on Twitter at thegifted1247. Follow him on Instagram, big time Yah there. And again, make sure to stay tuned to all things Yahya. Make sure to tune into all things Jobber South. And again, we'll see if eventually this war will end between Jobber South and Prolific. And now he joins the chat. We're about to sign off, and now Gino joins the chat here.
We can definitely sign off then. No one cares. Bye, Gino. No one cares. I said your name. That's as big as you're gonna get. So enjoy it. I'm still champ.
There you go.
So.
Yahya, thank you again for joining us here. To everyone watching, thank you so much. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one.